All right, we got an update here from Seven Wanders the World, insulating his cargo trailer there. He's staying with a friend there, I believe, in Colorado. If you do remember the story here, a couple weeks ago he had his truck stolen. He had bought it in Nevada, and then it gets stolen. It's a 2001 Ford F3 something or other, whatever the heck, something like that. Anyways, he gets it stolen. And then he starts up a GoFundMe, raise money to get a new truck, and he makes, I think, close to $12,000. At least that's, I don't know, it's something like that, Anyway, but then it turns out a couple, we'll give it another week or two in there, and the police find the truck. They find the truck, the stolen truck, and it had been stripped on the inside. The batteries were gone. All that, junk in the cab was taken, the seats were taken, a whole lot of stuff was missing from the truck. And he is now busy negotiating with the insurance company, I believe it's Geico. He had a whole big harangue because he had difficulty. What did he have? The pink slip title was in the vehicle and got stolen with the truck. And then the insurance company was giving him a whole lot of trouble, and he didn't know whether the insurance company was going to cover this. So he's still in the middle of a big brouhaha with the insurance company, and they're not sure. He thinks they're going to total the truck and just give him a check, but it could be many, many weeks without his truck now. So he says basically he's holding on to the GoFundMe money, and he's just going to sit it out and wait for how many, he said it could be several months before this whole thing gets settled. And then he'll decide what to do with all that stuff. So I don't know. There was some talk that if he gets paid back from the insurance company, and there's talk also to some sort of a buyback with the truck, and there's a lot of stuff. So he said he's just sitting on hold right now, and he'll let us know in a future video what he's decided to do and what's going to happen with all that money he raised. So we'll see. Anyway, Seven Wonders the World update on the stolen truck. But, hey, you don't realize how much of a hassle it can be with insurance companies after something like this happens, and it just goes on and 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 on. And on. Wow. Holy cow. An ambulance with these crazy undercarriage lights. Yeah, you can, it's like one of these lights I got here in the studio here. I got one of these gizmos, and I can just change the colors, and it's really cool, right? Anyway, look at this. He's got, Campulance man's got installed this undercarriage light system for his vehicle. Blue, red, green, whatever. So he said it was, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and he was not really thrilled with it. But, hey, it does look cool, and yes, it may just keep the mice out. If you do some kind of a strobing light, that kind of blinks a lot and stuff like that, it can keep the mice out, and that's a big problem when you're out west. We've seen that on a lot of nomadic channels there. The mice get up into your vehicle, and then they chew the wires, and they can really damage things. The pack rats out there at Panda Land, and stuff like that. So, good video there from the Campulance man, David there, and love that dog. Love Lefty. Lefty is the most, second to Tank, the most adorable pit bull ever. And Lefty loves to chew boxes up. They got a box from Ken with some dog bones in it, and milk bone dog bones, and Lefty just went crazy. Lefty just went crazy opening up that box. Lefty knew it was for him. Lefty did. Anyway, so second most wonderful pit bull. Well, no, we've got a lot of good pit bulls. There's Tanky the pit bull up there in Springfield, Virginia that I walked for a year and a half. I love him. And then we've got Sophie, right? Sophie the pit bull, and Kelly Doyle, right? Yeah. And, of course, Lefty the pit bull there. The Campulance man. So let me know if there are any other really cute pit bulls out there that we should mention on the show. Hey, it's David's all day today. We did David the Campulance guy, David RV Jedi. Everybody, this guy is camping in his car now. He's got an SUV, and he's camping in the SUV because the RV is in the storage place with its roof kind of needing repair. So he's been doing that. He's been traveling around doing some campsites there and having a good time, and it's beautiful. And he's having, up there in Wisconsin and all that other cool stuff. So it's a beautiful summer, isn't it? And some good eating and some nice camping there. And hey, I like this. I really do. You know what? You don't need a van. Just that you can, he's a pretty big guy, and he gets in here and has he can do it. He can do it. I don't think you have a lot of room to kind of roll around and stuff, but always good stuff from RV Jedi. All right, we got Dave's RV Life out there with his 12-volt coolers there. Checking them out, and now if you can look real carefully, there's Bella the Wonder Dog. Yeah, it looks like she's in the driver's seat. You know what? Could she be the driver? We don't see that in the videos, but does Bella really drive the vehicle when the cameras aren't around? I don't know. It looks like she's sitting in there going, Daddy, don't keep talking to the camera there. Let's go out and drive around and do some fun things. I don't know. It's funny. If you see her there, it's kind of like... Anyway, we got the Bouge RV 43-volt cooler he's reviewing there. And again, one of the things Nomads do is they get free products. They get a product from a company that they say, you can have this for free, but we want you to do a review of it. Wink, wink, kind of keep it. If it's a terrible review and you say it's a piece of garbage, then you might not get another cooler or a power station or whatever. So, but we see this a lot. But I would trust Dave to be honest. He'd be honest. He'll give us the right review and tell us whether it really is any good or not. But anyway, but poor old Bella. Bella just wants to get out and drive that vehicle. Hey, we're really looking forward to the day that Neil can get back out and get some heavy-duty camping in. He's been out west a lot, and what was it? A couple years ago, he was at the Van Build volunteering, really doing some great stuff with what was that? The Jamie Van Build and Parker. What was that? 2 years ago, I think it was. Anyway, No Legs, No Problem TV. He's been, he's had a long battle with a really nasty, infection that's drug resistant and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, and he's, overcome a lot. And he's there, I believe he's in Kentucky. He's just giving us an update about what's going on, another round of, doctors and stuff like that for him. But he's, he is a fighter, and he is getting through it. But we're looking forward. So one of these days, it's going to happen. He'll get back in the camper and get back out there, and we're looking forward to that. So good stuff there. Send some positive vibes to Neil there. No Legs, No Problem TV. Wildfire hunting. That particular, I don't know, sometimes former, sometimes current nomad that's out there in Apache Junction, wherever that is. So she does a video, 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Most of it is just her driving around talking about stuff. And the last minute, she's apparently there are wildfires. The news does tell us that there are wildfires in the Phoenix area. And she does aim the camera out the front window, and we see blue sky and some traffic and a road I don't know, man. I was waiting for some wildfires. I don't know, is this a different look for Chris, their Venture 4WD? I like the cap. I think the cap and the beard is kind of growing out there a little bit. I think it's a good look. I think it's a good look as he drives RNG around the foothills of Sangre de Cristo. Sangre de Cristo! Always good stuff there. Yeah, he is. He's growing the beard out a little bit, isn't it? I think it's a good look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I like the cap. I think the cap looks good. Anyway, so that's a nice camera. Oh my goodness. He's got a... Damn, I'm jealous. He's got a much nicer camera than I got. But I don't need a better camera. I like my crappy little cameras. Beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful photography in this video. Always good stuff in his videos. Again, not a lot of drama, just some absolutely beautiful photography of the good old American West. And I just, I mean, it's like, holy crap. What do you say? Some of these mountain roads and stuff like that, and we always get some eating there, and his girlfriend there is in the fancy schmancy what is it, Winnebago, whatever it is, the big fancy van there. But yeah, you know, we talk about content pets. You know, a content vehicle, right? Yeah, it's RNG we've gotten really attached to. Always good stuff from Chris there, Venture 4WD. This is Montana Dana, and she is on the edge of a cliff trying to get the perfect Instagram photo in Sedona, Arizona. Now, you got to be careful, because how many times, I don't know, where is it, the Grand Canyon, some other places where people are trying to get that perfect photo, and they end up going over the cliff and say, you know, I mean, you know, and goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, again, you want some fantastic photography in this. This is wild. Montana Dana there. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, she's got somebody there up there hiking up with her, and they're doing some photography, but you got to be really, really careful, okay? They do have a number of, you know, deaths every year up in the mountains there in a lot of the national parks. From people trying to get really cool Instagram pictures and, you know, slipping and falling, and yeah. So we hope she stays well and safe. Don't get too close to the edge there, because, you know, we don't want her falling, right? Because we really like her channel, Montana Dana. Some very nice scenery. Off Country Back Adventures doing a 4x4, 7 years as a 4x4 nomad. And is doing his, yeah, 7 years. That's pretty cool. Doing the Continental Divide trail. Indigo Traveler, one of my favorite channels there. He is from New Zealand. He likes to go to sketchy countries. You know, like places like Syria and, you know, sketchy places. And now he's in Libya. He was in Venezuela. Yeah, he always finds a sketchy place that tourists aren't going to want to go to. Now, Libya's not a, you know, it's right there on the Mediterranean. They probably have some nice beaches. I don't know, but let's go to Libya, shall we? All right, we got Maddie VanGaal. They're continuing his travails with his solar panels. He has panels up on the roof that were warping, and he wants to get some new panels, you know, whatever. And he's waiting on the delivery of that, so he's got some fold-out panels that he can use. I don't think this looks like a pretty shady, nice, cool parking lot there. So I don't know how much solar panel he's going to get there, but he's, you know, got, you know, if you're into all the solar panels and all the, you know, stuff like that, there's a good video here. Check it out. You know, again, that's a big deal. We talked, you know, a very interesting video from Van City Van Life a while back, a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, where he talks about getting, you know, the solar panel stuff. And he says, you know, he does most of his charging on his batteries from his alternator in his vehicle while he's driving, okay? And he says he really doesn't rely on the solar panels all that much. There are other ways to charge your stuff up. He said that's his main way of charging his batteries. While he drives around, and batteries charged from the alternator, and then he parks, and you know, he doesn't. And again, especially when you're up in Canada, you're up in higher latitude, you don't get as much solar hitting your solar panels as you do in southern latitudes, like say Arizona. Anyway, I'm not an expert, but you know. Clean tech, huh? I don't know. You know, he does drive around this van. Is this just a fakey company name he puts on there just to make sure that, you know, people are going to think it's a work van, and he can, you know, hide out in it and boondock camp, stealth camp in it? Or is that really his company name? I don't know. He does have a company that he works for, but I don't know. Has he ever talked about that, Maddie? Let me know. But it is true. You can, you know, pretend you're living, you know, it's a work van, make it look like a work van, and then no one's going to question as to whether somebody's actually living in it. You know, when you stealth camp, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, always good stuff. Maddie VanGaal. Yeah. Hey, that's it for today. It is the 20th of June, 2021. Be a kind of a rainy day here. We got the remnants of that tropical storm that's moving up from the Gulf of Mexico. We're not going to get fully hit with it. It's kind of moving more to our south, but it's still going to bring us a lot, waves and waves of showers on a beautiful, cloudy, cool Sunday. You know, I know you guys out west, especially out there in Arizona and Southern California, would love some of this rain, because it'll fill up your reservoirs and you won't have to worry about rolling blackouts. But I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try to steer the storm your way, okay? All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll talk to you later, Vlog.